All right, I thought I'd be bored with this kind of method, but it's hard not to be. So many infinite possibilities of what you can do. I just made some geometries, and I threw them into a turntable on a orient to another type of manipulable geometry. So basically, objects on surfaces, which is kind of like what people are on the planet. So it is pretty hard not to get into this. So I'm going to hit this off, take this back over to shaded. You can see what's going on here. Basically reoriented some objects. We'll take it off and see what the script does. The script's pretty simple. I've gone in and I did a strange approach, I think. I grabbed myself a circle, very tiny, grabbed myself an ellipse, put these in different orientations, not too hard. I think I'm recording, yeah. And I grabbed myself a rectangle. And out of those three forms, I thought, okay, I'm going to go into my combine data. And I ended up not using the combine data node. I didn't have to, but it was what inspired this script. So even though a node can inspire something, you might not end up using it. I divided the curves consistently between all of them. I'm going to take this one off so I can select quickly what I'm showing. Nice set of curves. And I used the dispatch, a shift pattern, a Sift pattern, and a call pattern, just to randomly be able to grab these points and make a line. As I changed the random, I changed the geometry. I thought that was kind of fun to generate this kind of tube-like structure. And then there it is piped. That's it. So whatever I want to do to this, and I could always, I could do different things to it, but basically, okay, that's fine and dandy in itself. I used a few nodes and I got into utilizing them. So it never really leaves my bag of tricks. Then I pulled up an old script, which is just an awesome surface edit that generates. If I go down here, the script generates a very simple surface. Before I do any orient, it basically generates this, which is a surface edit that I'm able to. And if I take off everything after this, I think it'd just be wise to take my solver off. Actually, just take this end section and just hit disable. Now I should be able to move that script around fairly quickly because nothing's really drawing into it. So this is the second half of the script, which allows me to surface edit randomly in many different ways. Like I can grab this and take it through a seed. I can take the height. I can lower it if I want to. I can raise it. I can change the scale and size of that. I can shorten it. Actually, I think I just did something crazy with the 15. Yeah, I'll just leave it around 18. Basically, that little script I've shown several times in the past. And then I have a jitter node that can really jitter it or not jitter it so much. You get this ability to kind of build this strange landscape pattern. So really good surface control that I came out with. I never ended up using that Z. And then I scale it in different fashions to what size relative to the geometry I want to orient onto it. So then I took that surface and I said, okay, I best go into there and enable. It'll take a second because I changed the sliders around. There we go. Basically, I wanted to go into that surface edit, and I just found, I segmented it with a divide domain 2, which I've been hot on for the last day, and an ISO trim, which allowed me to get at the centroids. And once I was able to locate the centroids, I was able to do what's here, orient those awesome geometries using 0, 0, 0 as the target of the original geometry where it sits, bring it over and put it onto this structure that will change whenever I move it. And that's it. Pretty simple. Make people, stick them on a plane, jitter them around, and have fun. The people are parametric, the surface is parametric. You pair that up together, and even though these are basic scripts, in my opinion, utilizing nodes, your mind opens. It just blows open to the possibilities of what can happen. And I'm not even going to rendering, film, animations, or anything. Just geometrically, things are infinite. Anything within its own frame has an infinite amount of steps between it, if you can think of it that way. And the possibilities are endless. It's hard for me to get out of here, but here I am using some nodes that I'd never used before, starting with, I don't think I'd ever actually use Sift pattern, or I'd use called pattern dispatch all the time. But I initially, like I said, was thinking, let's combine some data, and I was sliding it in here. It was doing some awkward things as I was bringing this all in, and I realized I don't even have to combine the data first. I can just throw it in to interpolate. So think points, think lines, think surfaces, think control. Control and precision is what it's all about. And also spontaneity and being surprised with what's there. Spontaneous behavior does not have to be uncontrolled, and it does not have to be non-precise. Thanks very much for watching. Take it over to my Pleasant Blue. I'll put the script up online, play with it, learn it enough that you could do it yourself. And I just stink at grabbing this blue. All right, that's it. I'll throw it into a quick save, and thanks for watching.